One of the teammates testified the stabbing did not look like self-defense at all and said Karmelo Anthony was the one who provoked it. Here is what this sounded like from outside the courthouse in Texas.
Hi, Martha. Well, there are no cameras inside this courtroom, but I could tell you that today one of the key witnesses was a 17-year-old student who was one of Metcalf's athletes and teammates. He was under this tent. He saw it all. So this is going to be really important testimony. He said that he witnessed Anthony walk under the Memorial High School tent, even though Anthony went to a different high school. And that's when 17-year-old Austin Metcalf told Anthony to leave the tent. He testified, quote, "I remember Karmelo refusing to leave and Anthony saying, 'You need to leave,' and Karmelo saying, 'Touch me and find out.'" The prosecutor asked, "Anyone try to gang up on him?" He replied, "No, sir." "Who was provoking?" the prosecutor asked. "Karmelo Anthony," he replied. The witness said, quote, "Austin leans in to push him and Karmelo stabs him." Jurors were also shown body camera footage of Anthony being detained right after the stabbing. He tells the officer, quote, "I'm not alleged, I did it. He put his hands on me. I told him not to." Now, Anthony's defense attorneys argued that he stabbed Metcalf, who was unarmed, in self-defense and out of fear. Meanwhile, Anthony's supporters have long claimed that race is a factor in this case, helping fuel demonstrations. The final jury does not include any black jurors. Prosecutors say this case has nothing to do with race. Meanwhile, we're told inside court right now, we just heard the testimony from a second witness. He was asked by prosecutors, quote, "Did this look like self-defense to you?" He responded, "No, sir." Martha.
And
This is exactly why I say that a certain sector of the black community needs to be fucking studied. They need to be studied. It is no way in hell that y'all are choosing to believe some random guy, and I'm gonna show y'all that video. Y'all are choosing to believe some random guy that claims he saw the video, right? Over the actual testimonies that came from the courthouse. Y'all are so stupid. Y'all are so low IQ that y'all are choosing to ignore the actual testimonies from the students that were there because it doesn't fit your narrative. You motherfuckers must be studied.
You seen the video, it was on 2 hours. Was it clear enough or was it fuzzy or what?
No, it was clear. It was okay. It's clear enough to where you can see the actual individual raindrops come by the cameras.
Okay.
That's how clear it is. You actually see them walking up. You see that Karmelo is already up under there. He's under there minding his business.
Dodging the rain or?
Yeah, it was still raining. You know,
Right.
I'm from Little Elm. So that day we were under a tornado watch.
Right.
And we were under thunderstorm warning. And we know we had already had some light rain then, and it started raining again. Then it was over with for the day.
Okay.
So that's kind of what happened on that day. But they were at a rain delay already. And so during that time when that happened, the twins, their two buddies, and a few other kids, because there was a few kids involved with them, they were all coming from the direction of the middle school,
Right.
coming walking back up.
Right.
On the video, you can see those four that actually was involved, and maybe about 3 or 4 others that was with them, skipping up, trying to catch up behind. One veered off probably toward his way.
I want y'all to keep in mind, this is all lies. Like everything that this man is saying, he is blatantly lying. Like blatantly lying. Everything. 100%. Just please keep that in mind. This is fucking insane.
To go to the coach and
Okay.
kind of distract them a little bit. And then the other 4 came walking together. One went in front of them, went past.
Right.
The other 4 went and they surrounded Karmelo. You know, if you're Karmelo.
And they showed that on that video.
It's on the video.
Okay, come on.
You can see him walk
I'm gonna
up.
say little
And
stuff.
I'll put
while
it
you
this
talk.
way.
Okay.
Now, keep in mind, right? The only video that has been reported, and all the reports suggest that none of the stuff that this guy claims is true, right? Like, for example, the video is not super clear. You can't see the stabbing. Nobody reported that Karmelo was surrounded by a bunch of boys and he was being jumped. Like, that's not what's being reported at all, okay? But let's continue here.
They actually tell you when you're watching the video, pay attention to this corner right here, because if you look anywhere else, you might miss different things.
Okay.
So watch those 4. Here they're 4 right there coming up.
Right.
That's exactly what they say.
Okay.
And so you have no way to be confused that it's those 4.
Okay.
So they come up, they surround them, and this immediate moment of not even a few seconds of pause, then that's when they jump. And so
they
was,
actually did jump him.
yeah, it wasn't just no touch. It wasn't just all that.
This type of shit needs to be illegal. I'm telling y'all right now, this needs to be illegal. To lie at this magnitude, you should serve a jail sentence. You know what I'm saying? This is Absolutely fucking ridiculous. You know what I mean? And I tell you, I said this before and I'm gonna say it again. This Carmelo Anthony trial has showed us some of the worst black people I've ever seen in my fucking life. I am 32 years old. I've seen plenty of cases. I've researched and studied plenty of cases from O.J. Simpson, Trayvon Martin, all the cases that went viral for the wrong reasons, such as race and all that type of things. I've studied these cases. No other case has brought out the worst in the black community than this Carmelo Anthony trial. And I'm standing on that. This trial has brought out the worst black folks I've ever seen.
Fourth day of the Karmelo Anthony trial in Texas, and before the second day of testimony could even begin, Judge John Roach Jr. had to remove at least 3 people from the courthouse. According to local media reports, the woman directed harsh words at a sheriff's deputy. A blogger from North Carolina was removed for allegedly calling a sheriff's deputy a racial slur, and a third person may have been violating court protocols prohibiting cell phone use and recording in the building. The state prosecutor showed the jury the 4-minute video of Carmelo's arrest, which included footage from the body cameras of Officer Eduardo Cortez, the school resource officer for the Frisco Police Department. In the video, Carmelo can be heard crying and admitting to stabbing Austin Metcalf, but he claims to the officer, "I told him not to put his hands on me." And students who witnessed the incident say it was Austin who shoved Carmelo first, but it was Carmelo's fault. Karmelo maintains that he acted in self-defense. Legal analyst Thelman.
You see how obtuse he's being? Like, he's being so fucking selectively obtuse. That's not what they said. The testimony said it was a light shove, a light touch. And they said that Austin said himself, "I'm not going to fight you at a track meet, bro." Why do people like Roland Martin, why do motherfuckers like this, why do they purposely skip important information that leads to better context? Why do they do that? Right? I can't stand these motherfuckers. I really can't.
Anderson has been following the case, joins us now from Dallas. So, okay, explain that, which is quite confusing. That is, he tells the officers that he put that that Austin touched him first. Students say that Austin shoved Carmelo first, but it's Carmelo's fault?
Roland, that's ridiculous. And that's the issue that we're having with the coverage in this particular trial. The law does not state it becomes the victim's fault of an initial assault because the person pushed them, but before they pushed them had words. Words do not equate to a person having the right to touch you unless the individual may have initiated a threat of your life. But that's not the case here. That's the contradictory that we have been experiencing with this particular trial or with this coverage is the foolery of victimizing the individual that had to protect themselves.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. You gotta be fucking kidding me. So why are they skipping the fact that you can't stab somebody to death? Let's say Austin Metcalf pushed the shit out of him. Like damn near knocked him down. You still can't stab a motherfucker to death. You want to talk about the law, it has to be proportionate force. That is the Texas law. Why are these motherfuckers refusing to tell everything? Why are they selectively leaving out certain information that is very important? These people are fucking low IQ. And look, they know that a lot of y'all are low IQ. So they're feeding y'all the bullshit that feeds y'all narrative so y'all can continue supporting these crazy motherfuckers. Because the only type of people that support Roland Martin, this woman, and people that speak like this, tell halfway truths, purposely leave out context, purposely lie, they know that that's going to be their core audience because nobody else with common sense will pay attention to these stupid motherfuckers.
Well, you know, when you have people, you got white supremacists, Matt Walsh and others, they have been writing this. He goes,
Matt Walsh is not a white supremacist. Matt Walsh is not a white supremacist. Okay? He's not. Matt Walsh has never said one racist thing, and I follow him. Everything that Matt Walsh says is supported by facts and statistical evidence. How is he a white supremacist, roly-poly? How?
Anthony went into a tent where he didn't belong, was told 15 times to leave and refused, then pull out a knife and stab someone to death. Not only is he clearly guilty in the self-defense claim of total force, he should be facing the death penalty, first-degree murder. Again, this is the stuff they're throwing out there, but the reality is, was it the other young man who was stabbed and killed? Wasn't Austin told by the coach not to even show up?
And that's another.
Where the fuck did they even get that from? Where did they even get that from? It was testified that Austin Metcalf was told to be a leader. He was like the one in charge of helping set up the tents and controlling the team, keeping the team under him. Like, hey, I'm the captain, I'm the leader. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be that guy. Roly-poly Martin, where did you get that from? That Austin was told not to show up. What the fuck is wrong with these people, man? What is wrong with these people?
Another confusing issue, because let me just say this, because they like to say that he was told. A child cannot tell you to move. A child does not have the right or authority to tell you to go anywhere. No coach told Karmelo that he was not allowed to be under there while it was raining. And on that day, there was a tornado watch. So you, Austin, and anyone else that was a child had no authority to tell anyone to leave. But when we're talking about the statements that are being made that said that, the coach told Austin not to be there, it's 6-7 right now, because they're either, we know, because I did not hear that testimony for that coach saying that he was not allowed to be there, because there were text messages of this particular coach that was entered that said that he needed Austin to be a leader. So it's real fuzzy on that area. I don't even know.
It's not fuzzy. You're just a dumb bitch. That's all it is. You're just stupid. It's nothing fuzzy about this shit. You got the majority. First of all, the majority of the students that testified were black or of black or brown descent. So it's not like you got a whole bunch of white folks saying this black kid did this shit. The majority of the student athletes that testified were black. Why do y'all hide this shit? Why? You know what I'm saying? It's nothing fuzzy about it. If you follow the actual trial, follow the actual confirmed testimonies that are from what word am I looking for? Verified sites, not World Star, not fucking the Shade Room, actual, verified sites that put out factual information. If you actually follow this case, you would know that this is a clear black and white case. This is clear. You know what I'm saying? Through the eyes of the law, you cannot stab somebody that is not posing a life-threatening force to you. And the fact that you disingenuous motherfuckers are lying and making up shit, it's just, look, man, y'all, a lot of black folks are cursed beyond measure.
It came out in the trial that he was supposed to be there or he wasn't.
Well, and again, it's all of this sort of back and forth. What just stands out is this whole idea of Austin approaching him and telling him he needs to go. He doesn't have the authority to tell anyone they need to go. And the question then becomes,
yes, he does, you stupid fat motherfucker. That's how I know, like, a lot of y'all ain't play sports growing up. During football, any outdoor sport, football, baseball, track, whatever, you're going to have tents. You're going to have areas for certain teams, right? I played sports growing up. I've been under these tents. It's team-based. So if you're from the opposing team, you're not supposed to be there. You're not supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying? Now, you're not breaking any laws by being there, but it's etiquette. It's common etiquette. This is my team tent. You stick with your people. I stick with my people. Unless you're invited over here. It's etiquette, you know what I mean? But these motherfuckers are so stupid and disingenuous, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting tired of listening to this shit.
Did Austin put his hands on Carmelo first?
That's the ultimate question, because what they also don't want to talk about is the weight difference. Karmelo is 130 pounds. Austin was 230 or a little over 230 when he attacked Karmelo. That's 100 pounds heavier. Also, they don't want to talk about Hunter participating, the brother who's alive, the other bully, participating in targeting Karmelo to tell him to leave. So when you put the body composition of these two big boys, that's over 400 something pounds, to a African-American boy that's 130.
I've had enough, y'all. I can't do this shit no more. I can't do this shit no more. These people are fucking lying. These people are fucking lying. The testimony, the kids who testified said it was just two people over there. Nobody was bullying Karmelo. Nobody. And they testified that the shit that Karmelo did was not self-defense. It was lethal force. Karmelo was the aggressor. Karmelo was the one saying y'all are a bunch of pussies. That's been testified. That's been testified. I had enough of these people, y'all. I can't watch these silly motherfuckers anymore. Y'all need to be studied. Y'all need to be studied. And I'm standing on that, man.